Alright, here is how to draw a dancing fomu with Krita, I guess. So I've opened Krita, gonna make a new file. Okay, easy. Um, okay, the first thing, because I can't draw, is to look up for fomu. Let's see, let's go to images. Oh, you know what though? My fomu was from the dancing fomu. So if I go down here, pull up this. Alright, so there's this other fun snipping tool. You can use it to uh, I was previously snipping me drawing treble clefs, but I'm gonna try and plan out this fomu in the perfect position. Because when you click that new button, it just happens. Uh, let's not do that one. I want a better one. Fomu go. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, so I'm just gonna take this, copy. We're gonna layer. So we're on layer 1. And that's just where we're gonna put our like pictures. Yep. So there's our fomu, and next we need to find. We want this to be the Fedora fomu, so we want like a Fedora. Oh, see, I've already Googled Fedora profile view from when I did it last time. But we can see. Here we go. We'll take this. We're just gonna take this. We don't need the whole body. And we're gonna file, edit, paste as web. You see Krita makes like different layers. That's nice of them. And then this is a selection tool. I'm just gonna select this and transform to move it so I can see my fomu. Okay, apply. So something to know is you can only affect layers that you have selected here. So what I want to do is I want to like chop up off this hat and stick it on the fomu. So I'm going to select this layer, take the like squiggly one. So this is well, actually, you know what I can do instead is I can just erase anything but the hat. So I'm going to scroll in to zoom at this hat. So I've got this dotted line. That means I've got selection going. If I take a brush, you'll see I can't like draw outside that. So I'm going to undo that. Okay, I'm going to undo that. And then I'm going to take the eraser down here and I'm just going to like, why isn't this working? I'm going to deselect everything and then start erasing. And then wonder again why it's not erased. Oh, because opacity is 0. So to get to this menu, I right clicked. Boop. So we're going to just get rid of hat. Or get rid of man. Because we don't need man. But we need to be able to see fomu under man. In order to trace them properly. Boop, boop, beep, beep, beep. Okay, good enough. Get rid of man. Okay, so we're gonna grab this select tool. We're gonna put a little box around this transform tool. Boop. Gonna go over to our fomu, and what we're trying to do is we're gonna rotate the hat and stick it on the fomu, like this. Okay, so one thing I'm noticing is you see how this side kind of looks like smaller than this side? Well, we want like the side closest to us to be bigger, so that's good, right? Because the fomu facing us is going to have like it's going to be bigger by us because of how perspective works. Alright, so we've got our pictures. We're going to apply the transformation. Okay, so another fun thing is layers. Layers means that you can draw and then like move stuff around. So if I add a layer here, boop, and I take like a pen and the brush tool, I'm gonna draw a smiley face. And you see it, this layer is on top. My smiley face layer is on top, so if I transform tool, I put the smiley on top. You see how it goes on top of my fomu? But if I go down and put it underneath the fomu, you see it's disappeared. So that's the cool thing about layers is you don't have to like do things nicely, especially like color in the lines. You know, if you want to like outline the fomu but then color it in but not go over your lines, the key is do outline and then do a fill underneath it, and that's what I'm going to show you here. So I'm going to delete the smiley face, then I'm on layer 4. I'm going to unselect this area because otherwise I won't be able to draw out of it. Boop. Layer 4 is where I'm going to actually name this. I never named these, but we're going to call this the fomu outline. And I'm doing the fomu outline first because the hats go on top, and I'm just going to stick the hat on top. Get rid of the hat. All right, so I want to do this fomu. What I'm going to do is color select. So what this tool does is you pick it, you click on any color, and then it selects the color over here. So this is a great way to select your color and not have to try and match colors. Actually, I want a darker color because I'm doing an outline and I just prefer darker outline, so I'm going to take that one. I'm going to take a brush. I've just realized, so this is kind of small. Another thing that you want to do when you're starting out, before you start drawing, because I've made this mistake before, is scale it up. Scaling it up is okay. So what you saw there that I'm undoing is like you can wreck the perspective. So if you go to somewhere, is there a perspective tool? Nope. So usually in a program there's a way to like lock this. I don't know how. I'm just gonna oh wait, maybe it's over here. If I go, I don't know. We're just gonna eyeball it. We're trying to keep the fomu in like more or less the same perspective. You can find an actual real tutorial if you want. There you see, fomu now bigger. And if you see down here, I've got 1600 by 1200. You just want to make the fomu big enough so it doesn't look pixelated in your profile picture, because the first fomu I did was kind of like that. We're going to apply this transformation. I'm going to do the same thing with the hat. So remember to select the hat layer. We're going to take this hat, select it, transform it, make the hat. Yeah, we don't care about the scaling of the hat as much, but we do kind of want a big hat on the fomu because I think it's cute, and I'm rotating it a little bit to fit the fomu. Maybe I'll go like this. I don't know. This seems good. Big hat. You know what? It's gonna be like this because it's really cute, and the hat. Oh God. Hang on. I want to rotate it. Not there. Now it's like a huge hat on the fomu. It is just drowning in that hat, but it's such a cutie pie. We're gonna apply that. All right. So what I didn't talk about before is this like lets you see the layers. So you see if I click this eye, the hat goes away. No eye, no hat, eye hat. We're gonna get rid of that. Deselect this square by just clicking the select button and just clicking, and then that'll deselect it. We're gonna go to brush, and then we're gonna trace over this fomu. So I'm going to make a new layer. This layer is going to go over this fomu. I'm going to scroll on to zoom in a bit. And if you recall before, I used this tool to select the color of this fomu. I'm going to take this brush, right click, and then I'm going to make it smaller. I have to look at my brush. I don't know what just did that. I like big outlines, so I'm going to kind of, how does this look? Yeah, I like that. Undo that though, because that wasn't super great. So now basically I just trace it. Boop, boop. And this one I don't have to be exact, because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go put my my clouds on top. So there's a fomu leg, and we're going to go like this. I see, I forgot this fomu leg. So what I'm going to do here is add another layer on top of it. Draw a fomu leg. Boop. And that way, when I like fill it in, it'll cover up this line here. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a layer between the back outline and then the front leg outline. And I want to fill this in with this color. So now I'm going to take my brush and just brush here. And you see how you can see it's not going over my line? That makes it really easy to not like color outside the lines. And now I need to fill in the rest of the fomu. So we've got we want this outline on top, so we're gonna make a layer and put it underneath and fill in this, and then we're gonna make this brush, okay, 20, it's about 30, so I'll remember that to try and keep my my lines consistent later. And I'm just gonna fill in the rest of this. Now we're deleting fomu, but that's okay. We're not getting rid of the picture yet, because we'll just we'll hide this later when we want to trace more parts of the fomu. To double check that I haven't forgotten to fill in anything, I'm gonna just hide this real quick. Okay, and this is just like if there's something missing, like a little bit there. Well, that was a terrible example, but like maybe right here, right? That's really hard to see that you've missed it. So I'm the brush, like it looks like I filled it in, but if I get rid of this picture, oh, there's a gap missing. So this is just an easy way to clean it up. Boop. We put the fomu back. But now I want to trace more bits of the fomu. So really quickly, I'm going to select all these layers, and then I'm going to group them. And what this does is it just lets me quickly hide it. Like this is going to be my fomu body layer. Boop, fomu body, done. Now over it, I want to trace the poofs, because we're just going to put the poofs on top of the fomu. So fomu poof, I like this purple. Let's use this purple. We're going to go back to brush. We're going to go down to 30 because we remember that it was 30 from when we made the body. And then we're just going to make some poofs. Poof, poof. And I'm just making poofs. I'm not following it exactly because it's a cloud. Who gives a fuck? And there's like one and I'm going to add like a little boof here. A poof, not a boof. Oh my god. And then, yeah, so that's like the butt. That's going to look fine. And then I'm going to add... I'm gonna do this part. We're probably getting rid of it because remember we've got a hat covering this bit up, but it's cute for now. We've got that. All right, so yep, we've got this. I'm gonna put another layer underneath it, and this one I'm just going to make white. But like white is sometimes like really polarizing, or like it's really bright. So what I like to do is like, oh, this is white here, but what I'm going to do, because I don't really like a bright white sometimes, is maybe take this pink, or like this really light pink. So it's like close to white, but it's still not completely white. And then I'm just going to paint. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this now because it's way easier to see my painting. I'm going to go up a little bit to paint faster.